Hey, so today I'm going to be helping you step through from down facing dog, the back of your mat, to the top of the mat. I know that sometimes this can be super tricky, especially if you're new to yoga, so I hope this video helps to break it down and add strength and flexibility to your practice. So I'll just start with what I'm going to talk about. So I'll show you first. So we're going to start in our down facing dog. As always, from tabletop, take the hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath those hips. We tap the toes, take a lovely deep breath in, and as we exhale, lift from all the way up and away into a down facing dog. Now this is a movement we often get stuck in. So we just lift the leg, and then I see a lot, we step forward and get stuck. Whether it's quite near to the opposite foot, whether we get a little bit higher, it's sometimes really tricky to step through. So what I mean by that is from our three-legged or split dog to step through to the top of the mat. Either coming into your lunge, warrior, or stepping then through with the opposite foot into forward fold or halfway lift. So I'm going to now take you through a couple of top tips that really helped me and helped guide my yogis through stepping through. So back through into that down facing dog. So as we lift the leg away from the mat, instead of just from here, in your three-legged dog, stepping through and getting stuck. Firstly, I want you to think about how we step through. So we want to engage a little more. And what I mean by that is instead of just expecting the foot to come forward and getting stuck, we start to engage. So to step through, of course, we need a little bit of height. We can do this two ways, through hands and through the foot. So we're going to start to lift up onto the tiptoes that are down onto the mat. Notice how much space already that has just given me from being down and softening the heel towards the mat as you do in your three-legged dog, to then lifting up onto those tiptoes. I can then become a bit more active in my arms. I can then push the mat away a bit more, again noticing how much space that gives me. I can then start to squeeze into the bottom and lift the leg away from the mat just that little more. Then notice how much more space that gives you. So still not all the way forward, okay? But that's another great way of helping to lift and step through. So just to repeat that, from your three-legged dog, lift up onto your tiptoes, push the mat away with the hands, and lift the leg that's lifted a little higher. From here, to give us space, we can use the core. So instead of just allowing the foot to come down onto your mat, I want you to think about hugging that knee nice and close into the chest. Notice how much higher that knee is into the chest to then step through. That again gives you more space. So that's that core. Hug the knee in, lift up and away to then step through. Okay? So that's another big thing. Lifting up onto the tiptoes, pushing down through those hands, hugging that knee into the chest to then step through. There's just nothing wrong with using the hand to help you, but we really want to start to find that engagement to lift and step through. Okay? Lifting up onto the tiptoes, squeezing through the bottom, lifting the leg high, pushing into the mat with the hands. Then start to hug that knee in through towards the chest, lifting away from the mat. Then step the foot through. You'll feel much more active in this step through. So a short and sweet little video for you there. I really hope that helped. Don't forget, if you are practicing, make sure you do both sides, the left and the right, as always we do in yoga. You might feel you have more space on the left side than you do the right, or it could be the opposite way. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give me a little comment or like, and don't forget to subscribe.